we'll see Lamar Jackson and the Los Angeles Chargers taking on Justin Herbert and the Denver Broncos.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
Brandon, it's always nice when you get recognized with an individual award. And he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But when you do it in a win, so much the better.
Absolutely. And he was all talking about that win, not so much the award he received on Wednesday.
And it's a nice-looking award. I wonder if he took it home, got out of the car, showed it off to the kids in the neighborhood, passed it around. I wonder what he did with it.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
From the 24, Herbert. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Able to slither by. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, When guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there heals a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
They'll run on first down. Pickett, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. They'll try to run this one in. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They'll try and run for it. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, LA! A big play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, then you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Rosas good with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. 5-3 their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Rosas to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the ball is knocked out and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now it's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Oh, we got touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lob one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. The Charger drive about to get going. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. On 2nd and 9, Jackson flushed out right. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Finding some room at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
closest now to add the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
They'll fake the handoff. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll try the left side. Pickett, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Jackson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They go play action with Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. Throwing right, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, he'll let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chargers are able to add on to their first half lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Rosas to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Looking sideline, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's Dean. And he will have a Broncos first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Out of the gun, Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Herbert back to the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Dean. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Hook up of 15 yards there. And it'll be 2nd and very short. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think in this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Bronco offense ready to begin this 3rd quarter play, and they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half, so where do they go from here?
The first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work here in the second half.
Now a throw here. Get this one up to his 30 before 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past before the 35. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Able to get away. Throw left side complete. That's Dean. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. To the air again, Herbert. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Chargers to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. And to give this time to the tailback. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
46 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Jackson now. Eluding the pressure right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
4th down. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Jackson escaping the pressure right. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Jackson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
And normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running.
And oh, what a catch! A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richards. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. And he'll give it here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 87 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Going to give this time to the tailback. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
Come on, go!
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Rosas' kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. 7 yards, the pickup there. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Herbert now. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Now it's Herbert. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Herbert. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Well, the Chargers offense back out and ready to go as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter. And that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Here's Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Able to avoid him at the 40. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
Denver's offense ready to go again.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. On 1st down, it's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Herbert throwing again. He finds his man, complete. It's Richards. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Chargers, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.